We are getting closer to the end of the year, at least for me, and that means we get to take a look ahead and see what we could find out about in 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. In 2019, the Texas Legislature gets back together, and two big topics will really be the focus in the upcoming legislative session. The first, of course, you really don't even count this, but the budget. Budget's going to be a big deal, right? And in that is going to be education funding. That's going to be a big deal in this upcoming legislative session. It's going to be a huge deal. How to appropriately fund schools in the state of Texas. How much money to give and how much money is needed in the education system in Texas, and what way to actually fund public schools. This is something that you have debates about even within the Republican Party, but definitely between Republicans and Democrats. Another big debate that you're going to see in the upcoming legislative session is going to be that of property tax caps. Now, this is something that was brought up in the last legislative session. It'll be brought up once again, and there will be a laser focus, I believe, in this upcoming legislative session on the issue of property tax caps. The property taxes keep rising for so many Texans here in our wonderful state, and a lot of people are getting sick and tired of it, and a lot of people are getting sick and tired of the money that they're paying out, and they're getting sick and tired of local governments not being held accountable for the money that they keep on bringing in. I am all in favor of caps. I understand some of the issues surrounding some of our more rural areas where they're not big fans of these property tax appraisal caps. But listen, folks, let's make something clear. If you are an elected official and the tax rate is rising by, let's just say, the tax rate's going to be 4% higher than what it was, and that may trigger an election. All you need to do is explain to your citizens why you need that money. That's it. If it's for security, if it's for roads and infrastructure and things like that, I don't think the citizens will really push back too much. If it's because you're bad at spending money and you're building things in maybe in your downtown area, or the citizens think that you're just wasting money, you're going to have a little bit of a problem on your hands. That's if this gets through, because you're going to see a lot of pushback from local governments and local governments who have hired lobbyists to argue against the citizens. The citizens who want these caps placed, or I guess you'd call them caps. These caps placed on property tax rates. Citizens want this. A number of citizens want this. A number of citizens think that their property tax rates are going way too high. But you have local governments on the city and county levels that are hiring lobbyists, sending them to Austin to argue against the citizens who are paying for those lobbyists. It's kind of a dirty thing to see, and we're going to see and hear a lot of it coming up in the upcoming legislative session. We're also going to hear more about local control, I think, and who's really looking out for the citizens. Is it the city, is it the county, or is it the state that's really looking out for the citizens of Texas? I expect this to be a really big debate going into the next legislative session. It's also going to be interesting because we're going to have a new Texas House Speaker, Dennis Bonnen, who I think is going to be a very interesting figure in the relationship between Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Dennis Bonnen, who I've had on my radio program a couple of times, he is somebody who likes to get results, somebody who doesn't necessarily, I think all the media games. I don't think he likes that, but I think he likes holding people accountable, and I think he's going to be kind of a bulldog in the Texas House, and I look forward to not only seeing his leadership, but also hearing from him on the show. I segue into that. We're going to be broadcasting in Austin. I'll give you the dates later on, but yes, the Chad Hasty Show will be back in Austin, broadcasting from the Capitol. I look forward to it every single legislative session to bring you closer to your elected officials and other elected officials as well. So I'm looking forward to 2019. It's going to be a very, very busy legislative session. I don't expect a lot of controversial bills necessarily. Only, a few really, really big ones, which are really going to take up a lot of time and may need a special session in order to get some of this stuff done. But who knows? Every session, it seems, we have something special that pops up that nobody saw coming. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.